Well, that bait's a knockoff. The Savage Gear scandal, guys. It's so funny. I keep hearing things like this more and more often in the industry. Did Savage Gear knock off so and so? Realistically, the scandal, hence the name scandal, is a knockoff of 12 different concepts of glide baits, taking the best features of all the glide baits developed in the last 15 years and putting them all together into one really, really cool bait. If that's a knockoff, yeah, sure. Yes, we knocked it off. Let's go with that. No, guys, realistically, what we did in the Savage Gear scandal is incorporated all the features, including the previous years of Savage Gear baits from the original OG Glide Swimmer to the Shine Glide that you guys have known for many years. We've had tons of different variations of baits, different styles, different tails, different weighting systems. Everything is built into one, and inspirations from baits, outside of Savage Gear with skin style baits, cross tail style baits. What Mads and I did, and we brainstormed together, is how can we take these features, add upon these features, and incorporate them all into one bait? Hence the name Scandal. That's what we have right here. We have a 250 mm, which is just under 10 inches, and then our 200, which is just under 8 inches. So let's break them down. Let's kick it off with the 250, a little bigger bait, easier for you guys to see. The first thing you're going to notice is they come in this really cool case right here with a draining system. Very, very cool. Let's crack this bad boy open. It comes in its own fancy case. I like that, even though I'm a sloppy angler and I throw even expensive glide baits. I just throw them up on my dash. I leave them there for multiple days. You're going to see we have our little fancy packaging right here. This part is not waterproof. Toss that part up. That was cool. Went right at you guys. So you're going to see right here that we have feathered trebles and some black nickel plated spares right here. There's a little note back there that shows each one of these is individually tested in tank swam. They make sure it runs good. That's very critical when you're getting a premium bait. You want to know each one was tested. So we double check at the factory with each one of these. So why would you need regular black nickel over feathered? Now, feathered is really cool. When the water starts getting really cold as you're gliding that bait and you hesitate on the pause, the feathers, which are actually tied to where they outward flare, we've tied them specifically for that reason, to where when you pause, the feather opens up. It gives it a lifelike motion. That way, when those bass are tracking, and you guys have probably all seen this countless times, when they're following your glide bait and they turn, you see their body turn, like they almost put the side of their body right towards that glide, and look, that little extra flare gives it a more lifelike appearance for them to trigger. With feathered, you're getting about 1 to 2 inches less distance on your lateral left to right. Let me clarify. This bait goes wider left to right than any glide bait I've ever touched. In fact, when you first start casting it, it's almost a little weird because it feels like it's pulling on your line. You really have to get used to how wide the Scandal glides. It's huge. So yes, with your feathers, you're going to be like, shocked at how wide this thing already glides. But if you put those other hooks on there without the feathers, the travel's just bonkers. If you're going high speed and stuff and you're not pausing, you're triggering fish as it's moving, I'm going to say no feathers. If you're going slow and the fish are analyzing, which seems to happen way more often than not, those feathered trebles that come on there are awesome for that. So let's pop it out. Right off the bat, you see a skin glide bait. Everybody knows where that skin got popular from. You look at the head. This is a very different style head. It's pointed like a few other glide baits that you know, but you're going to notice it has an open mouth leading into this water chamber on the side of the glide bait. What we've done is we've done that open mouth to where now when the water gets in there on that side chamber, it adds more stability. When I say stability, all that means is that bait runs perfectly true and straight on the glide. When I say it's not stable, it'll wobble a little bit like taller frame glide baits. If you notice, if you get on a taller frame glide bait with the reel, you're going to see a little bit more roll. This is the most stable glide bait I have ever thrown. And the reason for that is we have multiple features. Mads designed it to where the weight harness is super low down here and the pull point is actually higher in the bait. And we have that water chamber that comes back, pushes on the back tail to that cross tail, increasing the stability. That cross tail, that water chamber, that low weighting and high harness gives this bait extreme stability, which is giving it that huge lateral left to right movement. Now, what's the rate of fall, Nick? This is a slow sink and super slow sink in one. What does that mean? A slow sink is an ROF 5. All that means is rate of fall 5 feet per 10 seconds. That's kind of like the industry average for a slow sinking glide bait. Although I feel like they all get there a little bit faster. Every ROF 5 seems to get there a little bit faster than I would say. But this crosstail right here has a hollow cavity where you can absorb the water. You squeeze it. There's a little hole right in the bottom of the tail there that lets you absorb that water. When this tail is full, it is an ROF 5. When this tail is empty, it's like an ROF 2.5, ROF 3. Super slow sink. So you can creep it and create a big wake on the surface, almost like a trout coming up to feed, or a big gizzard shad, or a small carp coming up to feed on the surface, which is the retrieve I like to do on those really calm days. I like to get up there and give it that ripple. It kind of distorts the water, the bass, it gets the bass's attention. Very cool. So you can run it empty, which is that super slow sink, or you can fill it up and get yourself that ROF 5 from there. So that was one of those features, using the skin and creating stability all the way down to that crosstail, which makes this bait insanely durable. Not only is it built just super strong inside, this skin coating and that crosstail, dude, I've slammed these things into bridge columns. This thing is not breaking. Now, I'm not encouraging you to run out there and fire at 150 miles an hour into a cement wall. I don't know, maybe you could break it. I haven't broke one yet, but I mean, if you want to, go ahead. I'm not going to stop you. But the skin features, going back to that crosstail, gives that. And you're going to notice a lot of other skin glide baits have these stabilizer fins on the bottom. And what that does is it prevents your hook from coming up and sticking on the body. We've actually tapered the lower portion of the body a little bit more, which prevents a lot of that hook catching on the side of that skin. Therefore, it's more hydrodynamic without bottom fins, giving you even more lateral left to right movement, which is excellent. I'm going to grab this front hook. I'm going to rotate it. Bear with the shaky hands here. Notice internal swivels, rotating hook hangers. Super important for not letting fish leverage off. When they get your hooks in a bind and they shake these big heavy baits, they can leverage off of your hooks. Is it 100% fail-proof? Of course not. Fish still find a way to get off from time to time, but this is an absolute must-have for having a higher hookup to land ratio on a glide bait. The perfect action in the perfect rod position was critical for me when we were developing this bait. I can't tell you how many times I've used glide baits where you have to hold your rod up a little, get your line angle a little weird to get the right action. No, I wanted the rod pointed directly at the glide or just below the scandal just to get that perfect action. You want to be in the ready position. When a fish hits a big bait like this, you got to move it. You got to put the hooks into that fish quick. So we made sure that if you point directly at it or just below it, that is the best action that you receive out of the scandal. Quick snap right on the front nose right there. That is a high carbon, heavy duty quick snap. We actually tuned it with the quick snap on there. That way you don't have to tie a Palomar over the whole entire bait. Pop that quick snap off, tie it on there. That way you don't have to cut off, 2 feet of extra tag in every time. That sucks. The angle in the joint hinge right there, guys, was so critical about getting that perfect left to right lateral movement. The best thing we can do with this bait is create the slowest stall possible. And all stall means is your rate of stall is how long you can actually work a bait in place before it gets back to the boat. You got your rate of fall and your rate of stall. How slowly can you get that cast back to the boat without it dropping or rising in the water column. The Scandal is like no other in regards to rate of stall. If you're coming down a bridge column or over the top of a tree, you get that perfect lateral left to right with just a tension, pause, without a lot of forward movement. A lot of forward movement is old school glides, and that's just when that bait's gliding, it's moving towards you quite a bit. The hard left to right lateral movement increases that stall of that glide bait to where you can hang over that strike zone much, much longer. That's a little bit of tension, accelerate, stop. If you just pop your reel, this bait will 180 and look back right at those bass, right in their face, if that's the style of glide you like to use. So when I talk about speed and not blowing out, the Scandal outperforms everything in stability that I've ever touched, which is bonkers. I would have never thought a bait like this can do it. But having that water chamber that runs through the mouth, not just serving as a drain, but it actually creates stability coming through that mouth, down that side, to that crosstail, and that extra low weight harness that Matt's designed into there, you can literally burn this thing and create a huge wake without it blowing out, and then pause. And then it just way out to the side. That's how I was triggering some of my best reactions earlier in the year when there was still trout up actively chasing shad. That style right there, because I was having bass follow. So instead I threw, burned it, paused, and they would eat it right then. And rarely ever do you have that ability with a large glide bait. So as slow as you want to move the Scandal or as fast as you want to move the Scandal is entirely up to you. It can work them all perfectly, all those speeds. You can do so much with this bait, guys. It's absolutely ridiculous. Whether you're throwing the 10-inch or the 8-inch, you get that same exact action out of both. Of course, the 10-inch is going to outglide the 8-inch a little bit more, but I'm addicted to both, so it is what it is, guys. But if you haven't checked it out yet, guys, I suggest getting your hands on the Savage Gear Scandal. These things are money.